Howdy! Howdy doody, everyone! Yes, welcome, boys and girls. This week, where are we? We're in Andy's bedroom. Can you see? There's lots of things for Andy. There's Woody. See Woody? There's Mr. Pig. There's Rex on the floor. Can you see Rex, the dinosaur? And of course, I'm come on a horse. Oh dear me, it just gets crazy in this lockdown. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mark's Crazy Lockdown Quiz, where this week we're going to be having a quiz, obviously. Anybody know who this is? He needs to be put away. So, couple of announcements, ladies and gents, couple of announcements. We have some birthdays. We have birthday for Paul Good and Rob Good. Happy birthday today, boys. Elaine, happy birthday, Elaine. Louise Godfrey and Marion Barrington. Happy birthday to you all. Bless you all. I want to say a thank you to Megan Clark for a lovely cake. Oh, bless her. She tried to bribe me with the answers for the quiz. Doesn't work that way, darling. Doesn't work that way. So, the winners last week was Lindsay from Swansea. Lindsay had 35 points. 35. This week, you are playing for the Milky Bars are on me. Oh, there we go. Milky Bars. Yes, because we're from Andy's bedroom. It's Milky Bars. So, round one, ladies and gents, is general knowledge. Okay, 10 questions on general knowledge. Round two is called Carry On Cowboy. Carry On Cowboy. Can I just ask my assistants to hold this for me a sec whilst I pull my trousers up, because the poor horse is falling down. Bless it. Oh. There we go. There we go. Poor horsey. There we go. Right. So that's round two is called Carry On Cowboy. Round three is called Food and Drink. Food and Drink. And round four is called the Wild West. Wild West. And at the end, we're going to play a new game this week. The new game, stay online. Those have given us their phone numbers so that you can play Blankety Blank. Yes, you remember it. So we'll be ready, ladies and gents. Here we go. Let's start the quiz off this week.
And now, from Norwich, it's the Quiz of the Week.
Here we go. Quiz of the week, ladies and gents. Pen and paper on the ready. Here we go. Round one, general knowledge. Here we go, ladies and gents. Question one. Which frozen food company can also be a country? Yeehaw! Which frozen food company can also be a country? Question two. Which part of the body would be affected if you were suffering from quinsy? Yes, which part of the body would be suffering if you were suffering from quinsy? Which part of the body? I've got an itch in my foot. You all right, love? Yeah. Show business. Question three. Who played Pussy Galore in the film Goldfinger? All right, Woody, mate. Lovely bedroom Andy's got. Lovely bedroom. Wish I had a bedroom like that as a kid. What's that, Woody? Is there? Oh. Question four. What did David Banner get exposed to that made him turn green? What did David Banner get exposed to to make him turn green? Yeehaw! Didn't think it'd be this hot in this costume. Question 5. Which action movie star competed in diving events for Great Britain at the 1990 Commonwealth Games? Which action movie star competed in diving events for Great Britain at the Commonwealth Games in 1990? Just getting myself sorted on the saddle. Question 6. My good friend Bradley Walsh had hysterics on the chase when a contestant asked with which sport is Fanny Schmeller associated with? With which sport was Fanny Schmeller associated with? That was on the chase. Question 7. Who was the longest serving male presenter with his sheepdog, Shep, on Blue Peter? Yeah? We all used to watch Blue Peter as kids. Well, who was the longest serving presenter with his dog, Shep? Get down, Shep. Get down. I'll lose half a stone by today. Question 8. Running from 1962 to 1983, where was Animal Magic filmed? We remember it, Animal Magic. Where was it filmed? Guy walks into the bar with a horse, and the guy says, "Why the long face?" Question 9. What is a fleet of warships called? What is a fleet of warships called? Anyone know? What else would you be doing on a Saturday night? Hey, what else would you be doing? I know, probably Britain's Got Talent. Yeah. Frozen. Yeah. But you did Mark's crazy lockdown quiz. Question 9. Who is the bear in Michael Bond's famous children's story? Who is the bear in Michael Bond's famous children's stories? So that's question 10. That's the end of the questions for round 1 on general knowledge. Are we ready for the answers? Question 1. Which frozen food company can also be a country? It's Iceland, not Aldi's, Iceland. Question 2. Which part of the body would be affected if you suffered from quinsy? Well, it's your throat, darling, your throat. Question 3. Who played Bussy Galore in Goldfinger? That was Honor Blackman. Honor Blackman, bless her. Question 4. What did Bruce Banner get exposed to that made him turn green? What did Bruce Banner get exposed to that made him turn green? That's your clue. Question 5. Well, sorry. The answer, my apologies, Maya. The answer was gamma radiation. Gamma radiation made him turn green because he went mad. No, mad. Question 5. Which action movie star competed in diving events in Great Britain in the 1990 Commonwealth Games? Well, that was Jason Statham. Oh, Jason himself. Yes. Woohoo. Question 6. My good friend Bradley Walsh had hysterics on the chase when the contestant who asked, with which sport is Fanny Schmeller associated with? What was the sport? Well, it was skiing. Fanny Schmeller was a skier. Question 7. Who was the longest serving male presenter with his sheepdog Shep on Blue Peter? John Noakes. John Noakes. We all remember that. With his Blue Peter badge. Question 8. Running from 1962 to 1983, where was Animal Magic filmed? Well, it was Bristol Zoo. Bristol Zoo, ladies and gentlemen. Question 9. What is a fleet of warships called? Well, it's called an armada. An armada. That's what it's called. Just sorting myself out again. And question 10. Who is the bear in Michael Bond's famous children's stories? Well, it's Paddington. Paddington Bear. Marks out of 10, ladies and gents.
It's time to begin. I'm counting in. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Join in. Woo! I'd like to thank the technical department for throwing those ones in. Oh, someone on the phone. Hello? Hi, Buzz. Yes, it's me. How are you, Buzz? What? Sid's got you again? Sid's tied you to a rocket? We'll get the gang to get you. Buzz, stay safe. We'll find you, Buzz. Oh dear, there seems to be things going ahoot. Sid's got Buzz. Oh dear, we'll find him. We'll find him. We'll get him safe. Round 2, ladies and gents. Round 2. It's called Carry On Cowboy. Question 1. Name this film. Howdy, partner. Name the film. Question 2. Which spoof western features the classic scene where the cowboys sit around a campfire farting? I'd like to thank the sponsors this week for my chili beans. Woo! Those chili beans sure are hot. Question 3. Woo! Finish this sentence. Get off your horse and blank. Question 3. Finish this sentence. Get off your horse and blank. Finish the sentence. Horsey, get yourself sorted. Question 4. What is the name of the receptacle that's made for collecting chewed tobacco? What's the name of the receptacle that's used and made for collecting chewed tobacco? I don't know, that's what I'm asking you. Question 5. My faithful steed is called Bullseye. All right, Bully? But what is the Lone Ranger's horse called? What's the Lone Ranger's horse called? Mine's called Bully. Sid has tied him to a rocket. Question 6. What would you be doing if you were stood in lines and repeating a sequence of steps to country music? What would you be doing? What would you be doing if you were stood in line and repeating a sequence of steps to music? It's called something. Question 7. What is a group of cowboys called? What is a group? Those beans. What's a group of cowboys called? I don't know. Oh, thanks, Wood. I'm his favourite deputy. I sure am. Thanks, Woody. Question 8. What is the name of the odd-shaped chewing gum that we as kids had that came in a little cloth bag? What was the name of that chewing gum? We all had it as kids when we went on a school trip. Yes. Can you remember what it was called? Little bag. Chewing gum. Question 9. Where did Buzz Lightyear want to go? Other than to Sid's rocket. Where did Buzz Lightyear want to go? I don't know. That's why you're answering the questions. Where did Buzz go? Question 10. The last round in round 2 and Carry On Cowboy. What type of cowboy did Glenn Campbell sing about? What type of cowboy did Glenn Campbell sing about? I don't know. That's why it's on the questions. Hey, you hang fire, Bully. Hang fire, Sunshine. Whoa. So, are we ready for the answers? Question 1. Name this film. Good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Question 2. Which spoof Western movie features the classic scenes where the cowboys sit around a campfire eating beans and farting? Oh dear. Was that you, Bully? It was Blazing Saddles. Yes, Blazing Saddles. The sheriff is a-coming. I said the sheriff is a-coming. Question 3. Finish off this sentence. Get off your horse and drink your milk. Sure was. Drink your milk I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Question 4. What's the name of the receptacle that's made for collecting chewed tobacco? Anyone know? Anyone know? A spittoon. Question 5. My horse is called Bully. But what was the Lone Ranger's horse called? Well, it was Silver. Because he used to go, hi-ho, Silver. And away. Silver. Silver. Question 6. What would you be doing if you were stood in lines and repeating a sequence of steps to country music? Well, you'd be line dancing. 1, 2, 3. You'd be line dancing. That's what I was looking for. Line dancing. Question 7. What's a group of cowboys called? Well, it's called a posse. Posse, ladies and gentlemen. Question 8. What is the name of the odd-shaped chewing gum that we had as kids in little cloth bags? Well, they were called Golden Nuggets. Golden Nuggets. I bet you're all going, oh, I bloody know that. I knew it was that. Question 9. Where did Buzz Lightyear want to go? To infinity and beyond. And he went, strapped to a rocket by Sid. And question 10. What type of film, what type of cowboy did Glenn Campbell sing about? Rhinestone Cowboy. Rhinestone Cowboy, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I was looking for, boys and girls. Rhinestone Cowboy. That's the end of round 2. Carry on, cowboy.
But I've been forgotten, I Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? But I've been forgotten, I Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Just feel the urge. Just feel the urge. So round 3, ladies and gents. Round 3 is all food and drink. Food and drink, ladies and gents. Are we ready? I think I am. For another tipple. Good old Jack. I don't mind if I do. I think my liver's had it. Question 1 in food and drink. Deer meat is known by what name? And I don't mean very expensive. Deer meat is known by what name? That was question 1. Question 1. Don't forget, we're going to play Blankety Blank later. Blankety Blank. Woo! Is it warm in here? We're in the desert, aren't we? Yeah, that's why. That's why we're warm. Whew. Question 2. Americans call this vegetable an eggplant. But what do we call it in the UK? The Americans call it an eggplant, but what do we call it? Never mind the Americans, what do we call it? Eggplant. I don't know. Question 3. Which tea is a Greek yogurt containing cucumber? Which tea is a Greek yogurt containing cucumber?
Somebody's poisoned the water hose.
What?
Somebody's poisoned the water hose.
Yeah, okay. Nice one. Question 4. Enchiladas originated in which country? Enchiladas originated in which country? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. It's all right, buddy. It's all right. Sid's got a lot to answer for. A lot to answer for. Poor Buzz is going to go off in that rocket, up to space, on the COVID-19 jet. Question 5. Which product gives you wings? Which product gives you wings? They say it makes you. Question 6. What sort of spirit is a maniac? What sort of spirit is a maniac? It's not Jack. No, it's not Jack. Question 7. If you were eating a profiterole, what type of pastry is it made from? If you were eating a profiterole, what type of pastry is it made from? Question 8. What term is used for a piece of sautéed or rebaked bread, often cubed and sometimes seasoned? What term is used for a piece of sautéed or rebaked bread, often cubed and sometimes seasoned? A little bit of salt and pepper. Question 9. A macaroon is typically made with which nut? A macaroon is typically made using which nut? I don't know. You okay, bully? You okay? Bless him. He's been stood around for a while. He's been stood around for a while. Hey, oh, bully. Have a bit of sugar. Have a bit of Jack. Don't mind if I do. Question 10, last question in round 3. The basic ingredients for the drink Calvados is what? The basic ingredient for the drink Calvados is what? I don't know. You? What's Calvados made from? That's the end of round 3. We'll give you the answers now. Question 1. Which deer meat is known by what name? Well, it's venison. It's venison, that's deer meat. Question 2. Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what do we call it in the United Kingdom? It's called an aubergine. Yes, Americans call that the eggplant, but we call it an aubergine because we know what we're talking about. We do. Question 3. Which tea is a Greek yogurt containing cucumber? Well, it's tzatziki. Half a point if you said tzatziki. Question 4. Have you farted? Question 4. Enchiladas originated in which country? Well, that was Mexico. That was Mexico. Question 5. Which product gives you wings? That's Red Bull. That's Red Bull. Question 6. What sort of spirit is a Marniac? Well, it's a brandy. It's a brandy, ladies and gentlemen. Question 7. If you were eating a profiterole, what type of pastry is it made from? Well, it's made with choux pastry. Choux pastry. I won't accept boot or slipper. Choux. Choux pastry. Question 8. What term is used for a piece of sautéed or rebaked bread, often cubed and sometimes seasoned? Well, it's a crouton. A crouton, ladies and gentlemen. Question 9. A macaroon is typically made from which nut? Almonds. Yes, almonds. And question 10. The basic ingredient for the drink Calvados is what? Well, it's apples. Apples, ladies and gents. Yes. That's the end of that round. Make a note of that, ladies and gentlemen. What was... What's a cowboy's favourite aftershave? Any ideas? Aramis. They just don't get any better. They don't. Who's paying for this, eh? Who's paying for this? I wonder who that could be. I don't know. Is it Sid? Hello? Oh, hi, Mum. Yeah, well, I'm in a bedroom. Yes, it's tidy. Yes, yeah, I put the toys away. Yes, thank you. Yes. Yes, I'm playing with the toys. Yes, Mum, yes, yes. Why do you keep ringing, Mum? Every week you ring at the most inappropriate times. I tell you that I'm doing things and where I am. I tell you what time I'm coming home. And yet you're ringing me. Why? I don't know. We'll discuss it when I come home. Okay, bye. Bless her. She don't get out much. So, end of round 3.
It's time to begin. I'm counting in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Baby, it's time to go crazy. My obsession from a lesson. My dance nowadays. My Romeo, the drama got my head to toe. Wanna make you mine, better get in line. 5, 6, 7.
Did we all know that song, ladies and gentlemen? Boys and girls? Yes, I'm sure we did. One of those songs that's just going to keep going and going in your mind and play until next week, like Baby Shark. So, last round. Are we ready? The last round is all called Wild Wild West. Here we go. Question 1. Which US city is home to the football team, the Cowboys? Which US city is home to the football team, the Cowboys? Question 2. I'm sweating my nuts off. If I had a set of nuts, then I'd be sweated off. Luckily, they're on the kitchen table. It is so hot in this suit. Unbelievable. Question 2. Who was Butch Cassidy's sidekick? Who was Butch Cassidy's sidekick? Bit bright out there today. Bit bright. Yes? Do as you're told. Question 3. What is Sitting Bull's tribe? Multiple choice. Is it A, the Sioux? Is it B, the Navajo? Or is it C, Apache? Sitting Bull. Which was his tribe? I don't know. Better Jack. Might help me. You know, one day after lockdown, it'll all be over. Here we go. Question 4. In which American state did the gunfight at the OK Corral take place? In which American state did the gunfight at the OK Corral take place? Steven Spielberg shitting himself over the special effects in this film, let me tell you. Question 5. Why were westerns sometimes called spaghetti westerns? Why were westerns sometimes called spaghetti westerns?
Reach for the sky.
Who was that? I don't know. I don't know. Question 6. In which famous battle was General Custer defeated? If you were history, you should know this one. If you live with a history teacher, even better. If they're ginger, even better more. Question 7. Those beans sure are spicy. Question 7. Who was William Frederick Cody more commonly known as? Who was William Frederick Cody more commonly known as? Multiple choice. Was he A, Wild Bill Hancock? Was he B, Buffalo Bill? Or was he C, Slow Hand Willie? Where the hell was Slow Hand Willie? Wasn't around long, I don't think. Question 8. I'm just making do with the props I have. Okay. Question 8. What famous Native American Indian woman is said to have saved the life of the Englishman John Smith? What famous Native American woman we go to all the expense and she just does that every week. What famous Native Indian American woman is said to have saved the life of the Englishman John Smith? Question 9. What is the connection between an Indian weapon and a cut of steak? I don't know. It's bizarre. An Indian weapon and a steak. I'll have a fillet, please. I'm going to fillet you with this. Question 10. The last question in this week's Wild Wild West from Andy's bedroom. And before we play blankety blank. In the film Wild Wild West, starring Will Smith, what was the mechanical creature that emerges from the desert? And what was the mechanical creature that emerges from the desert in the film Wild Wild West, starring Will Smith? A few years old, about 10 years old now, maybe 12, about 12 years old. Yeah, hi Buzz, yeah, thanks Buzz. Sid still got you? Yeah. Andy won't be happy. Andy won't be happy that his bedroom's been violated by Sid. So, answers, ladies and gents, marks out, please. Here we go. Question 1. Which US city home into the football team the Cowboys, which was Dallas? Dallas Cowboys. Question 2. Who was Butch Cassidy's sidekick? Well, that was the Sundance Kid. It was the Sundance Kid. Question 3. Who was Sitting Bull's tribe? Well, it was A, the Sioux tribe. Question 4. In which American state did the gunfight at the OK Corral take place? Duck. Arizona. Arizona. Tombstone, Arizona. Question 5. Where were the Westerns? Why were the Westerns sometimes called spaghetti Westerns? Because most of the directors of the Westerns were Italian. Oh, mamma mia. They were Italian. They were. That's why they were called spaghetti Westerns. Question 6. In which famous battle was General Custer defeated? The Battle of Little Bighorn. Yes. Did he have a bighorn? Who knows? Question 7. Who was William Frederick Cody, more commonly known? Well, it obviously wasn't Slow Hand Willie. No. It was Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill. Question 8. What famous Native Indian American woman is said to have saved the life of the Englishman John Smith?
How?
Pocahontas. She's going to have it later, I'm telling you now. G-Man. Pocahontas. Have I lost my badge? There it is. There we go. Fine, there we go. Question 9. What is the connection between an Indian weapon and a cut of meat? Well, it's not a ribeye, it's not a fillet, or a sirloin. It was a tomahawk. It was a tomahawk steak, ladies and gents. And question 10. In the film Wild Wild West, starring Will Smith, Wiki Wiki Wild Wild West, what was the mechanical creature that emerges from the desert? Well, it was a spider. It was in the desert. Big mechanical spider. So that's the end of the quiz for this week, ladies and gents. That's your 40 questions. Private message me your 40 questions, please. And you're playing this week for Milky Bars Are On Me. That's the end of the quiz. We're now going to do blankety, blankety, blank. Do we know how to play that, ladies and gents? Who's by the phone? Are you ready, by the phone, to play? Technical stuff here. Technical stuff. It just gets better every week, ladies and gentlemen. It just gets better. So, we're going to play blankety blank. Here we have 50 blanks, 100 blanks, and 150 blanks. You're going to be playing this week. 50 blanks is a tin of baked beans. Sponsor. 100 blanks. Corned beef. 100 blanks, corned beef. 150 blanks is a basmati rice. Yes. 150, you get all of them. All of them. Okay? No expense spared here at all. So, who are we going to be this week? Who's the first name? Who's the first caller for blankety blank? Cowboy style. Who is it? Who's on the phone? Who's ready to play blankety blank?
Hello?
Hi, who am I calling?
Hi, that's Dave.
Dave!
Prosser.
Dave Prosser! How are you doing?
Dave.
Who? Listen, you're live on Facebook. Okay?
Alright.
Right, you ready? You're live on Facebook. We are going to play blankety blank. Are you ready? Have you ever played blankety blank before?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
You think so? Here we go. Right, your word is cowboy. It's cowboy. I don't know if you can see that. It's cowboy. So we need something blank cowboy or cowboy blank. It's cowboy blank. Give me, out of 100 people we've rang this week, what was the top answers? Give me an answer. Something cowboy. Cowboy blank.
Cowboy.
What?
Something cowboy, did you say? Blank cowboy.
No, blank cowboy. Or cowboy blank. Sorry, it's cowboy blank. Cowboy something.
Cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots. Let's have a look for 50 blanks. Cowboy, get out of the way. Cowboy blanks. Hat. Cowboy hat. No? You didn't get that, did you? For 100 blanks. Cowboy boots. Did you say boots?
Yeah.
Cowboy boots. There we go. You have the tin of beans, Reese. Tin of beans. And a tin of corned beef. Ho-ho! We'll get that shipped over to you via Pony Express.
First class.
First class. Take care, Reese. Be good.
Alright, cheers, mate.
Bye.
Wait. Good quiz.
Let's have one more. Let's have one more. Can we have one more on blankety blank? I don't know. Let's see if we can do this. One more on blankety blank. Are we ready? Who's on the next? Who's next on the line? Here we go. Here we go. Blankety blank. Who's next on the line? The word so far is cards. Blank card. Blank card. Who's on the line? Who are we going to ring? Who's ringing? 4, 50 blank, 100 blanks, 150 blanks. We're blankety blank card. What would you say if it was you? Blank card. Who's on the phone? I don't know. Who's on the phone? Who's on the phone? I don't know. Who's playing? Blankety blank. Blankety
Hello?
blank. Hello, who's that?
It's Charlie.
Hi Charlie, how you doing?
Good?
We're playing blankety blank. Do you know how to play blankety blank, Charlie?
Yeah?
Right, here we go. Blank card. 50 blanks, 100 blanks, 150 blanks. What do you say?
Birthday card.
Birthday card. For 50 blanks. It's birthday card, Charlie. Birthday card. 50 blanks. Well done. You win. A tin of baked beans, Charlie.
Thank you.
Let's just see what the other answers were. They were Christmas card and credit card. Credit card was the top answer with 150 blanks. So there we go, ladies and gents. End of the quiz for this week. Hope you've all enjoyed it. There's a clue this week for next week. Don't forget, you can get my t-shirts of Mark's Crazy Lockdown Quiz. £10. Message me. You can buy a t-shirt. All proceeds go to the NHS. Hope you're all enjoying it. We're going to have a little dance to see us out. A little bit of line dancing. We're not having line dancing. We're going to have...
We've never had enough dancing.
See you next week, 7 o'clock. God bless you all. Stay safe and save protect the NHS. Love you all. Bye.